Dear students, in this video we will take some more examples and apply Varigon's theorem to find the moment of a force about a given point. Suppose force F acts on a point phi 4 and its horizontal and vertical components are 20 kg each, and we have to find the moment of force F about 1 and also we have to find the perpendicular distance from the point 1 to the line of action of force F. Suppose OX and OB be the coordinate axes and A be the point phi 4 at which force F acts, whose horizontal component is equal to 20 kg along x axis and the vertical component is also equal to 20 kg along y axis, and B suppose be the point 1 point about which we have to find the moment of force F. Now AP is equal to, see this figure, AP is equal to AL minus PL, where AL is equal to 4 and PL is equal to 1. Therefore, AP is equal to AL minus PL is equal to 4 minus 1 equal to 3, and BP is equal to OL minus QL is equal to OQ, OL minus OQ, 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Force F has components 20 and 20 each along x axis and y axis. Therefore, their resultant, that is magnitude of F, will be equal to 20 square plus 20 square under root is equal to 20 under root 2 kg weight. Now moment of force F about B will be equal to moment of x component of the force, which x on point phi 4 about the point B will be equal to this moment will be of clockwise sense. Therefore, we have taken it as negative minus 20 into AP plus moment of component vertical component, which is also equal to 20 kg, and sense of this moment vertical component of the force about B point, that is 1 point, is of anti-clockwise sense. Therefore, the moment of this component will be positive and this will be equal to 20 into BP. By putting the value of AP and BP, we have minus 20 into 3 plus 20 into 4, which comes out to be 20. That is moment of force F about point B, that is 1 point, is equal to 20. Now suppose that line of action of F, suppose that P the perpendicular distance of point B 1 from the line of action of force F, suppose this is P, then moment of force about B will be equal to magnitude of force F into P, which is equal to 20 under 2 into P, because magnitude of force F comes out to be 20 under 2. Now this moment will be equal to, according to Varigon's theorem, the moment of the resultant about any point will be equal to the algebraic sum of moments of the component of force F about the same point, which comes out to be 20. Therefore, 20 into 2 P must be equal to 20. From this relation, P comes out to be 1 by root 2 units. Now see this example. Suppose ABCD is square and force of 100 newtons x along the side AB, x along the side AB. We have to resolve it into the components acting along the other three sides. Suppose length of each side of this square ABCD is equal to x units, and PQR be the components of force F acting along BC, CD and DA respectively. Now by the Varigon's theorem, moment of 100 Newton force about any point in this plane will be equal to the sum of moments of all the forces PQR about the same point. Now we take the movement about the point C. Movement of 100 Newton about point C will be equal to 100 into perpendicular distance BC, which is equal to x, because we have supposed that length of each side of square is equal to x. Therefore, and this is also in anti-clockwise sense. Therefore, this moment of 100 Newton force will be positive in sense, that is 100 into x. This will be equal to moment of force R about C, which is R into x. Force P passes through the point. Line of action of force P, which is along BC, the line of action of force P passes through the point C. Therefore, moment of this force will be equal to 0, and also moment of force Q, which also passes through the point C. Moment of force Q is also equal to 0. Therefore, 100 into x will be equal to R into x. Moment of force P and Q will be equal to 0. Then R will be equal to 100 newtons along dA. Now, taking moment about D, again moment of 100 Newton about D will be equal to 100 into x, because length of side of the square is equal to x, and also dA is perpendicular to AB. Therefore, moment of force 100 Newton about D will be equal to 100 into x, and moment of force P about D will be equal to P into x. Q and R forces passes through the point D. Therefore, the moments about the D will be 0. Therefore, 100 into x is equal to Px. P will be equal to 100 Newton, which acts along BC. Again, taking moment about A, a moment of 100 Newton which acts along AB about A will be equal to 0, because the line of action of this force passes through A. Therefore, moment of force 100 Newton about A will be equal to 0, and moment of force P about A will be equal to P into x, and that of Q will be equal to Q into x, and that of R passes through the point A. Therefore, moment of R about A will be equal to 0. Clearly, from this relation, P plus Q comes out to be 0, that is 100 plus Q is equal to 0, and Q will be equal to minus 100. And we have taken Qx along CD, and Q is equal to minus 100. This means Q is equal to 100 Newton, but x along DC. Now, see this example. A weightless rod rests horizontally on 2 points A and B 5 meter apart. Between A and B, take points C, O and D such that AC is equal to 1 meter, AO is equal to 2 meter, AD is equal to 3.5 meter. A weight of 2 kg is hung at C and another of 1 kg at D. Find the algebraic sum of moments about O of the forces on each side of O. Because a rod is weightless rod, rests on 2 points A and B, therefore, reactions R and S will act vertically upward, because weight of rod vertically acts along vertically downward, and a weight of 2 kg is also hung at point C, and weight of 1 kg is hung at point D. Therefore, reactions at A and B will act vertically upward. Suppose reaction at A is equal to R and that at B is equal to S. Two forces 2 kg hung at point C and at point D, the force is 1 kg. These two forces weights acts vertically downward. We have given AC is equal to 1 meter and AO is equal to 1 meter. O is the point, and AD is equal to 3.1 meter. This means AC is equal to 1 and CO is equal to 1. This means OD comes out to be 1.5. OD comes out to be 1.5. We have to find the algebraic sum of moments about O of the forces on each side of O. Because the system is in equilibrium, therefore, sum of vertically downward forces will be equal to sum of vertically upward forces. Downward forces are 2 and 3, 2 and 1 kg, therefore upward force R plus S will be equal to 2 plus 1, that is R plus S will be equal to 3. Now taking a moment about because system in equilibrium, therefore moment about any point in this plane will be equal to 0. Now taking moment of all the forces about A, moment of R about A will be equal to 0 because line of action of force R passes through the point A. Therefore, this is R into 0, and that of force 2 kg about point A, this moment will be of clockwise sense. This force will try to rotate the body in clockwise sense. Therefore, moment of force 2 kg about A will be taken as negative, because sense of movement clockwise taken as negative and anti-clockwise taken as positive. Again movement of 1 kg force about point A will be equal to magnitude of force 1 kg, that is equal to 1, and perpendicular distance AD, which is equal to 3.5, that is 7 by 2. This movement is also of clockwise sense, therefore this will try to rotate the body in clockwise sense. Therefore, movement of this force is also negative, that is minus 1 into 7 by 2, and that of force S, this force S will try to rotate the body about the point A in clockwise, anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, the moment of this force S will be positive. Now, R into 0 minus 2 into 1 minus 1 into 7 by 2 plus S into 5 will be equal to 0, because system is in equilibrium. Therefore, net moment of all the forces about any point in this plane will be equal to 0. By solving this equation, S comes out to be 11 by 10. By putting in the first equation, this is suppose first equation, by putting in this equation, R will be equal to 19 upon 10. Now, we have to find the moment of all the forces about the point O. Now, moment of all the forces about point O, force R and 2 kg act on the left side of point O, then moment algebraic sum of moments about O of the forces to the left side of point O will be equal to, because force R is equal to 19 by 10 and sense of movement of R about O is clockwise. Therefore, moment of R about O will be equal to minus 19 upon 10 into 2, because the perpendicular distance about O from A to O is equal to 2 meter, and that of force 2 kg about point O is of anti-clockwise sense. Therefore, the moment of this force will be positive, and that is equal to 2 into 1. By solving this, we have minus 19 upon 5 plus 2 is equal to minus 9 upon 5 kg meter, and algebraic sum of moments of about all the forces which are right to O about point O will be equal to, and moment, see this moment of this force S about O will be of clockwise sense. Therefore, moment of force S about O will be taken as negative. This will be equal to minus 1 into 3 by 2, and moment of force S will be of anti-clockwise sense. Therefore, it is taken as positive, and that of 1 kg force about O will be taken as negative, because force moment of this force is clockwise sense. So, minus 1 into 3 by 2 plus 11 by 10 into 3 will be equal to minus 3 by 2 plus 33 upon 10, which comes out to be 9 upon 5. And algebraic sum of these two moments, that is moments of all the left forces of O is equal to minus 9 by 5, and that of right force is equal to plus 9 by 5. if we add these two moments, this resultant comes that is sum comes out to be 0. The net resultant, net moment of all the forces about O will be equal to 0. See this example. A loaded horizontal plank 8 meter long rests on two supports at its ends. Suppose AB is plank and rests at point A and B. Therefore, reactions at A and B will act vertically upward because weights and load on the plank acts vertically downward. A load of 16 kg is removed from the plank a point 1 meter from one end of the plank and placed at the middle point. By how much is the pressure on each support altered? Suppose G the midpoint of the plank of 8 meter long, therefore AG will be equal to 4 meter and that GB is also is equal to 4 meter. G is midpoint. Now about this point G, clockwise and anti-clockwise movements will balance each other. Now taking movement about A, movement of force S about A will be of anti-clockwise sense, that will be equal to S into 8. This will balance the movement of 16 kg weight which acts at a point C at a distance 1 meter from one end, and the movement of all the other forces, suppose that is equal to capital M. Therefore, S into 8 plus will be equal to 16 into 1 plus M, where M is the algebraic sum of moments of all the other weights W1, W2, W3, Wn, which are loaded on the plank. When 16 kg weight is shifted from C to G, the pressure R minus P, the pressure at A and B will be R minus P and S plus P. Suppose because load is shifted from point C to G, therefore there will be a decrease at pressure, decrease in pressure at point A. Suppose this becomes equal to R minus P, and same pressure is added at point B and becomes equal to S plus P. Now taking moments about point A, then moment of force S plus P now which acts at point B about point A will be equal to S plus P into 8 is equal to 16 into 4, because now 16 kg weight acts at point G, which is at a 4 meter distance from point A. Therefore, moment of this force will be 16 into 4, and suppose M is the movement of all other forces which acts on the different points on the plank. By simplifying this equation, we have 8S plus 8P is equal to 64 plus M, and subtracting equation 1 from 2, we have 8P is equal to 48 and P comes out to be 6. Therefore, if we alter a load of 16 kg from a point which is 1 meter from one end on the plank at the middle point, the pressure will alter by 6 kg on point A and B. Suppose we have a uniform plank APQB 12 meters long, rest upon two supports P and Q. The plank is just on the point of tilting up when a man of twice of its weight stands at B. Also, when he stands at the middle point of AP, find the position of P and Q. Suppose W be the weight of plank AB, which is equal to 12 meter long, and this weight acts at point G, midpoint of the plank AB, and this plank is spotted on at 2 points P and Q. When a man of weight 2W, that is twice the weight of Planck, is stands at point at point B, the Planck tilts about point Q, that is normal reaction at point P becomes equal to 0. Now Planck is in the equilibrium position, therefore taking moment about point Q, moment of force W along Q will be of anti-clockwise sense. This will be equal to positive W into GQ, perpendicular GQ, and that of 2W kg will be of clockwise sense. There will be this moment will be taken as negative. Therefore, W into GQ minus 2W into QB, because system is in equilibrium, therefore net moment will be equal to 0. From this we have 2 QB is equal to GQ, that is 2 QB is equal to GB minus QB. GQ can be written as GB minus QB, therefore 3 QB comes out to be GB, and 3 QB is equal to GB, and G is the midpoint of AB, therefore 3 QB is equal to half of AB, but AB is equal to 12 meter, therefore QB comes out to be 2 meter. When a man of weight 2W stands at the middle point M of AP, at the middle point of AP, we have to find the position of P and Q. When 2W weight of 2W stands at middle point M of AP, the rod tilts about point O, leaving contact at Q. This means a reaction on point Q, normal reaction becomes equal to 0. Now taking moment about point P, moment of this force 2W about P will be of anti-clockwise sense. This will be equal to 2W into MP, and that of force W will be of clockwise sense, therefore about point P, therefore this is negative moment. 2W into MP minus W into PG is equal to 0. W cancels out on both sides. 2 into MP minus PG is equal to 0, that is PG is equal to 2 MP. PG is equal to AP, because M is the midpoint of AP, therefore 2 MP is equal to AP, PG is equal to AP. PG may be written as this PG may be written as AG minus AP, AG minus AP. From this relation we have 2 AP is equal to AG, and but AG is equal to, because total length of rod is equal to 12 and G the midpoint, therefore AG will be equal to 6, therefore AP comes out to be 3 meter. Now suppose that R dash be the pressure on each spot when man of 2W stands at D at a distance x from point G, such that GD is equal to x. The Planck is in the equilibrium under the action of the forces R dash, 2W at G, 2W at D, R dash at P and R dash at Q respectively. Then sum of vertically upward forces will be equal to R dash plus R dash. This is equal to W plus 2W is equal to 3W. This means R dash is equal to 3 by 2W. Now taking moments about P, moment of this force W about P will be of clockwise sense. This will be, it is taken as negative minus W into PG. Similarly, the moment of 2W is equal to minus 2W into PD plus next moment of this R dash, which acts upon at point P will be equal to 0, because the line of action of this force passes through the point P, and the moment of this reaction R dash which acts at point Q about point P will be equal to R dash into PQ, and moment of this reaction will be positive, because sense of this moment is anti-clockwise. Now, because system is in equilibrium, therefore net movement will be equal to 0. Now, minus W into Pg minus 2 W into Pd plus 3 by 2 W, because R dash is equal to 3 by 2 W into Pq is equal to 0. By solving this equation and by putting the value of Pq, Pg and Pd, we have 4x is equal to 3, and from this relation x comes out to be 3 by 4. Now, next in the next video, students, we will find the position of center of parallel forces. So, today we have discussed about the Wegener's theorem and apply Wegener's theorem to find the movements of different forces acting on a rigid body, and also we have applied Wegener's theorem for the bodies in equilibrium. So, thank you, students.